BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
What's up, guys? Chef Jeff, this dope cooking show. What's happening? What's going on? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Tuesday again, right? I feel like we were just here. Or maybe it's just me. I don't know. But it's Tuesday again, and we are back for another episode of this dope cooking show. It is getting cool outside. It's time to crank up them fireplaces. You know, have a cup of coffee, hot cocoa, soup, or maybe even a bowl of chili. Chili, right? Everybody pumpkin spice, pumpkin spice, pumpkin spice, pumpkin spice, pumpkin pie, pumpkin flavor. And then the other was the apple cider. Oh, cider. I don't like none of that stuff. Nah. Just give me a good bowl of chili. You know what I mean? It's hearty, it's filling, it's that it gives you that warm feeling, you know what I mean? And if you don't want no soup, chili's the next best thing, right? Of course. Did you know that well, okay, so let's story time. I coming up through my culinary career before I knew I wanted to go into culinary, I was a regular kid. I worked, different places. One of the places that I worked when I was younger was Steak and Shake. Woo! Those were the times. Do you hear me? I had a ball at Steak and Shake. Never once did I think that working in fast food would be hard. But I think I was 16? I might have been 17. I started working at 14, right? I started working at the Palace skating rink. I was a skate guard. I was a concession dude. I worked in the party room. I had no business in the party room, so I saw some stuff I wasn't supposed to see. But hey, it is what it is. It's fine, all right? Everybody, going on about their business. But a time to be alive was when I was working at the Palace. I saw all my friends, and all my friends saw me at work, and I worked at the cool place. Like, it was cool, right? I had a ball. But I went from there to other places as I got older. Steak and Shake was a place that I landed for a little while. So I fell in love with Steak and Shake's chili. I don't know where else has got some bomb chili other than Steak and Shake. Okay. I was like, let me get some chili, no beans. Not knowing, the true recipe. I mean, not knowing that it had beans in it anyway, right? And I'm gonna show you how they got that and how we got there, right? Chili with no beans is you still getting beans, okay? And even though whoever was making your bowl of chili could like fish some of the beans out or drain it, the reason why is that it's some pureed beans in there too, see, to give you that thickness. And a lot of people didn't know that, right? Something I picked up on, but they used to have chili, loaded chili, chili mac supreme. So it was like you take some pasta noodles, put it in a container, put some chili on top, put a little scoop of beef peppers, onions, fresh raw onions, and cheese. Right? I thought it was dope. But for me, it was a good old, just regular old bowl of chili, just stuff it with some oyster crackers. Got to have the oyster crackers. Saltines is cool, but you got to have them oyster crackers. Okay? Got to have the oyster crackers and a little cheese on the top. Fire and desire. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like today on this dope cooking show, we are gonna make us a bowl of chili and just enjoy the fact that it's not 98,000 degrees outside. I know it's not quite cold enough for chili, but since I'm watching my figure and everything, I don't have to be worried about too much, eating a bowl of chili. All right, it's meat and beans. Like, what are we talking about, right? So it ain't gonna be too much into it. We gonna be all right. Yeah. So Coca-Cola in your chili. I've done it in chili that I make for chili dogs. I've done it in chili that I eat just to make the chili. And I've also done it in a vegan chili that I made. So I may do the vegan chili. I'm not sure because who gonna eat it, right? It's good, absolutely. I mean, I made it for a few people that I've done meal prep for, and they were like, "Yo, chef, that vegan chili is fire. Can I get the recipe?" No, you cannot get it. No, you cannot get the vegan chili recipe. You can't get it. It's between. It's like it's an inside thing with like 4 people, right? And the, it's 4 people. Only 4 people really know the recipe. It's only that's. I got more people than Coca-Cola got the recipe, but 4. That's it. All I'm telling. But I will make you some, and you can get it in a pot. You can get it in a meal prep container. You can get a little bit of it. You can get a lot of it. But I'll make it for you. So yeah, we're gonna get into that today. Let me do a follow up on y'all ain't hungry yet, right? So on this little segment of y'all ain't hungry yet, y'all remember last week I was on the barbecue hunt, right? And I told y'all about the place that when I called to order, the order time was like 115 minutes, right? Okay, so boom, right back at it this weekend again. So I'm like, okay, I'm not cooking, don't feel like it. We're gonna just grab some. And so what I like to do on the weekend is chill. I don't like to do nothing, right? I hit church, then I'm back at the crib rest of the day. Don't ask me to do nothing on the Sunday because I don't want to go. I'm gonna get. You're not really gonna. I might come, but I might. Probability chances of me not showing up are very high, right? I don't really want to do nothing. I just want to hang out. I just want to relax, be at the house, clean up, get reset for the week. That's how it kind of goes for me, right? On Sundays. So I'm like, okay, boom, I'm gonna get something for all of us to eat. We can eat off of it throughout the day, periodically. Because let me tell you something about these boys. These dudes eat. I'm talking about every 15 minutes they come in here for something to eat or a snack. They're gonna be huge. And I ain't talking about like weight wise, because they eating everything. It ain't just like, oh, they just eating bags of chips. They eating fruit, peanuts, anything they get their hands on that might look good. They want it. So they've been eating down. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna fix everybody. I'm gonna be able to watch football. I'm gonna be able to chill, do whatever I want to do. So boom. Now the place was called Hurtado's, right? Now last week I went to 225-degree barbecue. So this week I was like, okay, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna get moving quicker, so I don't have to wait 115 minutes, right? Nah. The one in Arlington, I guess people wake up to go there. Like when I called, they had just opened at 11. I called at 11:32, and the lady was like, we got a line out the door already. And she was like, yeah, because I was like, I've tried to order online again. I'm thinking maybe this is just something they got set up to like deter people that ain't really serious. Because online you got to spend $50, right? Well, wait a minute, hold on. I don't even know if your food good. Okay, so online when you order, you can order online, but you have to spend at least $50, right? If not, you got to go stand in line. Which I'm good with that. I'm good with that. I don't have no problem with that. So I called a lady and I was like, hey, it's my first time. I was trying to place an order online, but it says 105 minutes. Is that accurate? She was like, yeah, we got to line out the door right now. I was like, it's 11:32. Place is open at 11 o'clock. Okay, cool. Now, this place has 3 locations, right? 3. I was like, all right, Arlington's jumping. Let me jump over here to Mansfield. I'll take the ride just to, see what we talking about. 40 minutes. Okay, put my order in, 40 minutes. I ordered everything I was going to order from the other place at the different location, right? I spent $85. Okay, all right, cool, fine, whatever. I ordered a lot of food because there's a lot of people here. So I ordered food. So I get over there. Now they told me it was gonna be 45 minutes, for my food to get ready. I got there at the time they said it was gonna be ready. Probably like a minute after that time, still weren't ready. Okay, cool. I know they busy. It's Sunday. This place is popular. No sweat, right? I'm chilling. She offered me a drink cup. Thank you, customer service. You got people waiting. Cool, right? Boom. So I make me a little drink. I went back in the day. They had some Hawaiian punch, lemonade. Hit that, put some little Sprite in there too. Had me a nice little sit down. Just chilling. Cool. Order come up, right? Jeff. So I'll get up. Dude hands me a pan, like a pan of food, like a catering aluminum pan, full pan, whole full pan with a lid. And he was like, your order's right here. So I'm like, say what? So they gave me all this stuff in a pan. So I get to the truck and I'm like, okay, let's see what we're hitting for, right? I get to the truck and I open the pan. And I'm like, hold up. I don't think all this mine. Well, it was, but it didn't look like it should have been. And then I was like, well, it didn't have everything. So I went, I get my receipt out. This one thing I've learned nowadays. Check your receipt versus what's in your bag, because the person that took your order is not the person that bagged your order. And it's going to always be something a little off. So always check your receipts. Check them. Because there is no way. I mean, it's just different now. It's just very, very different. Food, fast food, going out to get food is so different than what it used to be. So check your stuff so that before you get home, you know if you got everything or if you don't, because you're gonna be mad if you don't. Right? Remember my story. I went to McDonald's and I ordered a bunch of cheeseburgers. I got home and it had nothing but meat and bread. And they packed it just like it was right. Okay. So I just want to let y'all know. Like, y'all check y'all stuff. Okay. Back to my story. So I get home, we get into it. And we eating it, and mind you, now it's my first time. I don't know. So I'm trying everything. Boom, boom, boom. I had a Texas Twinkie, which is a jalapeno stuffed with brisket, cream cheese, wrapped in bacon, and then smoked. It was good. Had the brisket. It was tender. All of it was tender. It just didn't. It wasn't seasoned. Like, it was just smoked, right? Just smoked. Like, salt and pepper on there, just a little smoke, right? When I say it was tender, it was good, but 225 was better. So I mean, I'm still on the hunt, right? Because 225-degree barbecue was good, and this place Hurtado's was good, and everybody rants and raves about it in the foodie group. But I wasn't. Sorry, I mean, the chef wasn't impressed with that. Like, I mean, I don't know if I just didn't get the right thing, but I mean, I feel like you couldn't. So I had a. It's called a El Jefe, right? It's a it's a platter of meats. So I had brisket, had barbecue, I had ribs, I had pulled pork, turkey. Then I ordered a half a chicken to go with that because I wanted to try everything. Right? It was just cool. It wasn't. It wasn't like, oh my god, this is the best barbecue ever. So I'm gonna give one more shot. I'm gonna go to the Arlington one because they originals. You know, maybe they might have been a little off over here. I don't. You just never know. I just wasn't. It didn't take me. The customer service was good. Food was cool. It just wasn't. Like I'm like, oh, I'm hooked. I'm hooked. I'm going back. Nah, it wasn't that. So you win some, you lose some. But at least I got to try it, right? I mean, everybody in the little foodie group rants and raves about this place and the other place, 225-degree barbecue. And I think it's one more. Oh, what do they call it? Jambos. Yeah, Jambos is another place. Now, I've heard a lot of stuff about this Jambo place. I just ain't never been, right? So I'm going to try it. I don't know when. I'm going to let y'all know when I do. But Hurtado's barbecue, it was all right. So that's my little segment of what y'all ain't hungry yet, because I was starving and I ate as much as I could. And it was cool. Just I wasn't wild. Like the other place, I was like, okay, this is what's up. It's fine. I can go back here. And I should have, maybe if I just got the birria tacos to go with it, they may have like swayed me a little bit, but I didn't order them. So I'll definitely go back and try some other stuff. They had some different sandwiches and things like that. So I'm gonna go back. It's not a don't go there. It's just like, just know, like, go in with open eyes, right? Open palate, and try it for yourself. Hurtado's Barbecue, they got 3 locations: Arlington, Mansfield, and it's another one somewhere else. But I went to the one in Mansfield. Very, it was good. It was jumping, of course. It was busy. Nice place, nice ambiance. The lady was behind the glass was really nice, offering a drink, telling me, give me an update on my order and what was going on. It wasn't like, hey, okay, we got you, and they don't ever say nothing else. So the customer service was really good. But just try for yourself. All right, we're finna get cooking. We'll be back. Chef Jeff from the award-winning This Dope Cooking Show. You know that award-winning cooking show on Roku channel, BS3 Network, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all the places. Yeah, that one. We have a paid sponsorship from Pod Digital Media. So look, we got sponsors. You want to be one? Tap in, tune in, tell a friend.
This episode of BS3 Network is brought to you by McDonald's. Man, let's talk about the Big Mac. The OG Big Mac. 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. Well, for the first time in 50 years, the Big Mac now comes in chicken with the Chicken Big Mac. 2 juicy chicken patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles on a sesame seed bun. Now you have 2 Big Mac to enjoy. Now, the big OG Big Mac will still be here. It's still iconic. And the Chicken Big Mac is here only for a limited time. Man, I can remember the first time I had a Big Mac. Graduated from the kids menu, had my first Big Mac. I was so excited. Well, the Chicken Big Mac is not a Big Mac. The Big Mac now comes in chicken. Get it while you can.
Okay, guys, we are back, getting ready to get into this episode. Chili with a little Coke in it. So look, we're gonna always do just a little bit of pepper, just a little bit of onion to go with our ground beef, right? We're gonna start off cooking our ground beef, but I want to get in. There's not much ingredients to this, right? Oh, let me move my Dawn power spray. Do y'all have this? If you don't have Dawn power spray, I don't know what you're doing seriously with your life. Dawn power spray is that deal. I kid you not. I had Big Red had put some marks like colored on the wall with a marker, permanent marker. That Dawn dish soap got it out. Man, I fought that lady tooth and nail for my deposit too. Golly. But anyway, another story for another time. But yeah, so we're just gonna keep it simple. A little bit of pepper and onion in order to add a little extra added flavor, a little color, just because we are us and we do what we do on this Dope Cooking Show. So it's not gonna be a whole lot, right? Going to get my skillet turned on. So we're gonna do 1 pound of the ground beef, right? And just 1 little pound. This is Kroger, boom, with the Krogers. I shop at Kroger sometimes too. So pepper, the onion, we're gonna get that cooked off in our skillet, right? The recipe also calls for beans, right? I don't like beans. I just don't. I ain't a fan of it. But for the sake of this, chili, you be having beans in it, right? So just for the sake of this, yes, I'm gonna put beans in it. But if you give me my choice, I want chili without beans. And sometimes when I don't feel like cooking chili, I will buy a can of chili that say chili without beans because I don't want no beans. Yep, that's how we roll. I'm really specific on the things that I want, right? Especially for like when I'm cooking. If I don't want beans, I don't want beans. I don't want them. So that's how I am with everything. I learned that from a guy I used to work for named David. He would go to places like Lowe's and he would be looking for stuff. And then if he didn't find it, he would leave the cart there and go like to Home Depot or something. Because he was like, if this store don't got it, another store has it. So why spend the time at 2 stores when I can just go to 1 store and get everything? I was like, ooh, okay. So that put me in the mindset of I just want what I want. And if I can't get it here, I just want to eat it here. You know what I mean? But I used to be in love with Steak and Shake's chili. Like, dude, even though I worked there, I still enjoyed it. Like, it was good to me. Funny story on how I got fired. I didn't get fired. The dude didn't like me, right? The manager. So we had a guy, his name was Mike, and Mike got in trouble. I don't know, to this day, I still don't know what Mike did, but Mike got in trouble. And then there's another guy that came in, can't remember his name for nothing, but he's a black guy. And he just came in with a whole just attitude, like a chip on his shoulder. So at the time, I was being me. And the day I was working, it was like me and another person working the whole shift. So I was trying to make the best of it, right? So I was walking around going, you don't know what I've been through. Ooh. petty, childish. But I was 17, so what? It didn't matter. So I was walking around singing that. He told me to stop. And I was like, I'm singing a song to keep the work, keep the day going. He didn't want to hear that. Man, that dude wrote me up for being belligerent at work. Man, I quit that job. I left up out of that day. I ain't even signed the write up. I just left. I was like, man, I don't need this. I'm gone. I went next door to Pizza Hut and got a job. I have had so many jobs and cars, guys. Like, it's kind of scary. People that know me know, like, and my friends from back in the day from high school, they'll know. They'll be like, man, JJ gonna keep a job and he gonna have a car. And to this day, they right. I'm gonna keep a job and I'm gonna have a car. What it takes is one guy named Rob to talk about me. He's like, man, one day I seen him in a Buick. The next day I seen him in a Chevy. By the end of the week, he was driving a Pontiac, which was kind of true. But I mean, you ain't gotta judge me for it. I just, had the ability to swap cars. It wasn't something that I was really like into. It's just the way my life was going at the time. No smoke to anybody. Just the way it was going. So anyway, back to what we got going on. Got a little off there. So we got our ground beef in the skillet, and we're gonna add these peppers and onions once it starts cooking up. Once it starts cooking up and starting to brown, we'll add those in because it got a long time to be in there. Our seasonings, of course, we're using I don't know yet. Let's see. So, boom, we got our ground beef cooking, and we got our vegetables cut up. We're going to add them to the mixture once it starts to brown. We'll be right back. Okay, guys, we are back. We are getting our hamburger, our ground beef cooked off. So I wanted to figure out what I was going to season it with because I don't want to do it too overdo it, right? So, I'll be looking in the stores for different stuff, right? I always go, when it comes to ground beef, I stick to the same thing, right? Garlic powder, onion powder, salt and pepper, right? Can't really go too crazy with those. And if they are mixed together already, then you don't really have to worry about it. So that is one of the things that I was trying to, with chili, I just want to do something else, right? So I think I found a hamburger seasoning from Grill Mates. I'm gonna try a little bit of that in there just to see. I don't like when the seasonings when they're big like this. I don't like that really. I kind of sometimes shy away from them because I don't like. Because does that cook down? Does that cause like what are we doing with that? So onion powder, the hamburger seasoning, garlic powder. And yeah, we'll roll with that and see how we come out. We might have to add our trusty one, but we'll see. We'll try this new guy on the block, see how you do. Now, them Grill Mate seasonings, they are kind of more along the lines for like when you're grilling out, right? When you barbecuing, you season your meat with that, because it's gonna be on there a long time, and maybe time release, helps out with that. So we'll see with this one. But like I said, I'm just trying stuff, see what we get. Because I found another one. This is a smash burger version, but it was real heavy on the pepper. And this chili gonna have a little kick to it, but I don't want to have too much kick, right? We're not doing a whole lot either, because it's just me that's gonna eat it. So I don't want to make too much, right? I don't want to be on chili all week. There's a couple bowls, with maybe a grilled cheese sandwich, or like maybe a burger or something like that, some chicken nuggets or chicken wings or something like that this week. Something simple to go with this, you know what I mean? I might even do just some chili and a salad, because I've been really, really hooked on salads lately, like just going crazy. Like I have not been back over to Salada yet, because I don't want to pay $50 for a salad. Because I know when I go in, I'll be like, yep. You get to the end, you be like, yeah, dog. And what did I get again? What kind of what kind of salad was this? Okay, our meat's browned off. We're gonna go in with some peppers and onions. Yep. Should have did a red one too. Kind of wanted to keep it simple though. Right. Because no, they don't have all of this in their chili at Steak and Shake. If it is, you can't tell it's in there. Because it's kind of like really one of those, like this. It's just a hearty soup mixture. It's chili, but it looks soupier. It's like thick, like a bisque maybe. So we gonna kind of make ours along the same lines, but not quite, right? It's cool. Don't worry about a thing. It's all good. Everything gonna be fine. Because on this dope cooking show, we can switch it up how we want to. I don't know. What y'all think? Should I add some red pepper in there? I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna let that do what it do, and we're gonna work on our other part. Hold on. So our recipe calls for us to use, it says French onion, but I got beefy onion because I couldn't find French onion. French onion soup. So beefy onion soup, French onion soup, whichever one you can find at the time. It calls for us to put that into a blender with the dark red chili beans. Now, I don't know nothing about this, so it's all new to me, right? But we're gonna do what the recipe say. But this is the part where I was telling you that when you order chili with beans, it still has beans in it, even though they say it ain't got no beans in it, or even though you say you want chili with beans and they'll try to get most of them out. Because this ain't these ain't the beans that they're gonna get out. These beans are already mixed up into the mixture, right? So you puree these with the French onion soup, right? And put it in the pan. So that's what we're gonna do. So we got our French onion, one envelope of French onion soup, and then we got a half a can of the dark red kidney beans. We're gonna put them in our blending apparatus. Child, this is a NutriBullet. And we're gonna let that do what it do. So while that's working, still got our ground beef cooking. How many of y'all still got y'all NutriBullet though? And it sounds like it's on his last name, but it's cool. Okay, so now we have this mixture ready to go into our pot, right? And that's how it came out. It's a little, and it's probably used as a thickener because the only other thing that we have in here is the ground beef, the dark red chili beans, dark red kidney beans. I keep wanting to say chili beans, dark red kidney beans, and tomato sauce, and then our can of Coke. So those are the only ingredients that we have in this, as far as this chili goes. Now, there are some other things like have a couple teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce, worst word in the world sauce, cumin, chili powder. Right, it's gonna be our seasonings. Get that thing going. So yeah, I wanted to show y'all that part of it because that was something that I thought was that needed to be said because it's different, right? We don't know about that, so that's the first time I've ever done that, and yeah, so we'll see how they come out when it comes time. Okay, guys, we are back. While y'all was gone, I got our salt, like our sauces or our wet mixture together, right? So I also add red pepper because I just wanted to. So I also added red pepper to the meat. So in there we have um, 1 can of dark red kidney beans. We have 1 can of tomato sauce. We also in there we have 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, a half of tablespoon of ground cumin, a half a tablespoon of chili powder, a fourth a teaspoon of liquid smoke, 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, worst word in the world sauce. What else? I think I'm missing one. Nah, that's it. So those are our spices that we have over in this pot, ready to go with everything, right? Got that ready to go. We got our meat. We're gonna drain our meat. We're gonna mix that together. Then we're gonna bring it up, right? We're gonna get them all cooking together, playing together. You see, we got my new TikTok pot out, and because I bought TikTok pots, then I had to go buy some utensils to use. So I don't know what scar up the bottom because what? That is the beginning of the end. Don't let the people fool you. That's the beginning of the end when your pots get scarred up on the bottom. You can't really do nothing but make some chicken noodle soup in there. So we got us some wooden spoons, right? Let me tell y'all the story. Now I'm gonna wait till we come back. So we're gonna get this working, right? We're gonna get our meat drained. We're gonna get this in here. Now we did not add the can of Coke yet. So we still kind of working with just the base part of the menu. The can of Coke is gonna go a little later, right? As we add the other mixtures in, because we still got that pureed bean and soup mixture deal that we made. And that's gotta go in there as well. So when we come back, we're gonna mix all this together. I'm gonna drain this meat off. We're gonna stay rolling. I'm gonna tell y'all the story right quick. So, I forgot what I was gonna say. Hold on 1 second. Let me think about it. Oh yeah. So when I worked at Steak and Shake, talking about an employee of the month type dude, right? So I was in there like doing my thing. I was, every day I was supposed to be there. I was there. This guy just did not like me. That was the first time I ever experienced somebody not liking me, right? It was hard to accept because he made me look bad. And that's the one thing I don't care if you don't like me, don't make me look bad, right? I don't try to make people look bad. I don't try to do nothing to them. I really try. Like it's hard, but I really be trying. And so, this guy told the big GM that I was a nuisance and I was just bad for business and I was rude to cut, like really made up some stuff on me, and I was so upset. I was so mad. But I knew, in the end that my character pretty much speaks for itself. Like if you know me, if you know Jeff, I play a lot, and I get down. Like I get down in the kitchen. I come to do my job, do what I'm supposed to do. I'm gonna always do my work. I'm gonna always show up. But I play because I like having fun. Life is too short to not be having fun. It just is. It's just too short. So I had to have a meeting with this guy and a meeting with the boss and all the people in charge. It was crazy, but it was also sad too. Like black folks couldn't get along, and then we was kind of like making that case be known. So we're gonna add probably. So this is what we got, right? We're gonna probably add half of this in there. See what we looking like. We're gonna add half of it, give it a stir, see what it's looking like. And then we're gonna go from there. Because mind you, we only got 1 can of beans. So we don't want it to be too, want it to kind of even out. That's you, if you want to. I don't mind having a meaty chili. I think it's better anyway. But hey, who am I? The Chef Jeff from This Dope Cooking Show. The award-winning. The award-winning and what? Sponsored. Now sponsored. This Dope Cooking Show. So, stay tuned for that. So we got all our stuff mixed in here, right? Except for this and the can of Coke. So we're gonna go ahead and mix this in here now. See what we're coming up with. See what we got going. So now mind you, that was a packet of the Lipton beefy onion soup mix and a half a can of the parade, half a can of the dark red chili beans, and we paraded. We mixed it all together, right? So we're putting all this in here, and we're gonna let that start to doing this thing, right? So we got it all in there, and that's what we got going. This Dope Cooking Show. So the last ingredient we're gonna add is Coca-Cola. Now I don't know about y'all, I love a good can of Coke, me personally. The first time I used this, I was like, "Oh, it's gonna be so sweet, they ain't gonna want it." Man, the people was like, "What you put in that chili? It was so good." Blah, blah, blah. I'm thinking like, "Oh, y'all have no idea." Y'all just don't even know. Like I just put some Coca-Cola and brown sugar in the chili, and people were like, oh man, that chili was so good. I didn't put no brown sugar in this one because the recipe did not call for it. But sometimes when I make something from scratch, I be getting wild. So one time I didn't have enough cans of chili, so I had to like stretch it. So I added tomato paste, brown sugar, Coca-Cola. And they was like, man, the chili was so good. What did you put in it? What did you do to it? I'm thinking, I put Coca-Cola in the chili, and the folks was going nuts about it. Okay, so anyway, here we are. That's all. That's the total thing. We got everything in there, right? All the ingredients that's called for on the ingredient list is in there, and so now we just need to let it simmer for a little bit. When we come back, we're gonna bowl us up some. We're gonna dress him up real nice and good, and we're gonna have us a good old bowl of chili on this cool day. So y'all stay tuned, lay around for it. We'll be back in just a moment. You always know when something good. Look at him. Always want to eat something. Get on. Okay, so guys, we got everything put in for our chili. It's boiling. We got it working. You know what I'm saying? We getting it in, right? So we're gonna dress us up a bowl of chili. It's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be good. Now this recipe, I found it like online, like a copycat of the steak and shake chili recipe. Now there are other ones, but this one was I've done this one time before, and it was just about as close as I could possibly get to the real thing. And so I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? So everything is totally optional and up to you. You can add the peppers and onions, or you could not. You could add more ground beef, or you could not. You can add more beans if you want, or you could not. When you see this final product, you can add cheese or not. It's up to you. You can add as much cheese as you want or not. I'm just kind of different, right? So we're gonna get his son put in the bowl and we're gonna check him out, right? Because I mean, it's cool outside. So why not have a bowl of chili? You know what I'm saying? Why not? So we get into some more cozier things. I'm good at soups. I'm good at making soups. I've always been a good soup maker. So broccoli and cheddar cheese soup. Woo-hoo, let me tell you, my broccoli and cheese soup is like no other. I'm talking about who made this because the dude is cold. Yes, me, I did. So yeah, broccoli cheddar cheese soup. We can do a homemade chicken noodle soup. Once we start getting into those, getting a little colder, flu season type stuff, we get you some hearty meals to make you feel good, even though you might feel a little sick. So we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna pour us up a bowl of chili and check him out. Be right back. All right, guys, let's see what we got. Looks good. It's definitely good and it's meaty, which I like. That hearty look to it. I like it. I like it. Okay. Boom. See what else we're gonna do it. Okay, so when I worked at Steak and Shake, they used to give us little packets of Romano cheese to put on. Romano and whatever mixed all up. Ooh, talking about good, man. That was good. So in you know, in like fashion, put us a little cheese on the top. Boom. And boom. Garnish. Check them out. Check them out. Check them out. Just a little simple bowl of chili, man. Let's see what it tastes like. All right, guys. So we back, right? There's one thing I forgot to add. Oyster crackers, man. You can't have chili without oyster crackers. That's just insane. So yeah, make sure that you get. Hey, these are going like out of style. Like I could. It took me like 10 minutes to find these in the store, and it was like 3 little bags. That was it. That's crazy. Y'all ain't eating no chili for real, man. What y'all got going? So yeah, oyster crackers is a must. You got to have it. You don't have nothing else. We're gonna get us a whole spoon. We're gonna get us all ready to taste them. All right, guys, this dope cooking show. We made the copycat steak and shake chili. Let's see if we did a good job. Okay. One more. Hey, again, this dope cooking show, you and me, Chef Jeff, we just made up some copycat steak and shake chili, and it's banging. You don't have to do the Romano cheese. I mean, you don't have to do the Parmesan cheese. Gives it a little salt. It's up to you. You can also add like shredded cheddar cheese, Kobe Jack cheese, and blend or whatever on top. You can add the raw onions if you want, right? If you want to do a chili mac, but this is pretty good. I mean, for this kind of cool, semi-cool day, this gonna be on point right here. I'm probably gonna have me some later with a salad, super salad. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, gotta make different choices out here. Gotta make different choices. This is good. And see, I only use 1 can of beans. I don't really like beans. Sometimes they can be overbearing. This one is not. So I use 1 can of beans and I'll double everything else, right? So it's more meaty than it's beany. So, yay, we did it again, y'all. This dope cooking show. Chilli. Look, I'll holler at y'all next week. I'm about to eat.